We're here with head volleyball coach Alex Lehocky. Coach, thank you for joining us today. Exciting week. You guys head to Nebraska to open the season. Your first year as the head coach at Minot State. Obviously an exciting time. How excited are you guys to hit the road and start play this Friday?
We're definitely anxious to get going. We're excited to see the level of play down in Kearney. We do open up with two very tough teams on Friday. That's going to take a lot of just energy and teamwork to be able to compete with them. But I definitely think Saturday, once we kind of get more into a rhythm, we will definitely compete a lot more Saturday.
Obviously, it's not really your first action. You got a chance a week or so ago to play some other teams, some scrimmages. What positives did you take out of that day of competition against somebody else?
Yeah, so we played really well together as a team. We didn't let balls drop. We didn't kind of get into a bad slump. We really just competed as a team. And so having such a young roster this year, it's definitely exciting to see that they're competing this well as a team already.
Talk about going into the season. You've had a quick look at them. You head into non-conference play. What do you hope to gain on this weekend, learn about the team, and obviously you hope to gain some wins?
Yeah, so I think this will be a really good weekend to show the level of play in our conference. The NSIC is very, very, very good. And so I think going down to Kearney and playing these nationally ranked teams will show us what we have to compete with in the NSIC.
You mentioned how tough the conference is. 5 teams ranked in the top 25 in the American Volleyball Coaches Association poll. How tough is this conference? And obviously, no one in the conference expects much of you guys. Can you guys go out and be the underdog and knock some people up and surprise some people?
I hope so. That's the plan. I definitely think everyone's expectations are very low for this team. And I kind of like that because then we can show up and be any team we want to be. And I definitely think with the offense that we're running and the defense that we have and the ball control, some teams will definitely be surprised that we're able to compete as well as we will.
Looking at the roster, let's talk about some of the players, some of the ones coming back. You go down the roster and everyone who's coming back, there's no juniors, no seniors, a lot of experience, but it's all sophomores. Talk about key returners.
Yeah, so Alex Kuntz was a 6 rotation outside for MSU last year, and she will be that as well this year. We're working on finessing some of her arm swings and, just trying to increase her volleyball knowledge. Our middles as well played some last year, but definitely this will be more of an impact year for our middles. And then our returning DSs, Tay and Kendall, also played quite a bit last year, and they're a huge difference when it comes to back row.
You didn't mention a setter. Now, I know last year the starting setter, it didn't come back, but you had some players who did have some time in that role. And obviously it's volleyball. I mean, that's your team captain, that's your quarterback for people who aren't greatly familiar with volleyball. Do you have a top-notch setter that you're going to depend on?
Yeah, so we have, all the setters are very different. Right now the hitters are connecting more with the freshman setters, Jaina and Lucia. And so I've actually kind of started moving some of the returning setters into different positions because they are connecting there as well. So I can't complain that I have all these options, and it's definitely exciting to be able to have those options. But right now our freshman setters are stepping up and definitely making the connections with the hitters.
Talking about setting, will it be one setter? Will it be 2? Or has that yet to be determined?
Yet to be determined. I think each team we prepare for and play will be honestly a different lineup. I do see a rhythm with having both one setter and 2 setters, and it's just kind of what we need for that certain set or match. And so again, I like having these options, and it's exciting having these options, but this weekend will tell me a lot about rotations and lineups.
Is there, as a coach, do you have a preference?
I think at this level we need to run a 6-2, so we need to have 2 setters and have 3 available hitters in the front row at all times. But then that also takes away some of our ball control in the back row because then I can't use all my DSs, so which I want to use.
Talk about the newcomers. You already mentioned a few in the setters. Who do you think is impact players who have come in from the recruiting class?
Yeah, so all of them have been working their butts off. And Victoria, she is from Slovakia. She comes in and she has a lot of volleyball knowledge in the libero position. And then Sydney Upton is definitely performing too, and if we can kind of correct a few things in her skill set, I can see her getting playing time this year.
Is there a strength to this team, something that you really hang your hat on and are proud of?
How scrappy they are. They do not let balls drop or die, and we're going to be the team that somehow returns the ball. I don't know if it's going to be pretty, but we'll get it back over the net at some point. So I definitely enjoy that about this team.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Want to remind fans, this weekend the ladies are on the road. Check the website for live webcasts of the matches. Want to remind fans also, September 9th, 7 o'clock, the home debut for Coach Lehocky and her Minot State volleyball team. Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you for having me.